यदृच्छा लाभ संतुष्टो द्वंद्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धो असिद्धो च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते. Hello friends, this is the 22nd shlok of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Yadricha labha santushto, which means whatever gain reaches, he is satisfied. Dvandvatito vimatsarah, which means past conflict free from jealousy. Samasiddho asiddho cha, which means same in success and failure. Kritva apina nibadhyate, which means by doing still is not bound. So in this shlok, Shri Krishna is continuing to describe what proper action is to Arjun, and what he tells Arjun over here is that when a person acts in a manner where he is satisfied with whatever he gains, and he is free from conflict and free from jealousy, he is same whether he attains success or failure, then after performing such an action, that person is not bound. So the idea basically is that whenever you perform an action in a manner where you do not really worry about success or failure, you are free from conflict and you are free from jealousy, and you are basically surrendering to the will of the universe and accepting whatever comes out of your actions, then in that situation you are not bound by that action. The action is not something which is going to basically put you down and down into this universe. This is going to be an action which will keep you free from this universe, is what Sri Krishna is saying over here. So basically, the point that we have to understand is again the same, that whenever you are performing an action an with a expectation of gaining something for a particular entity in this universe, then that is the action which actually binds you to this universe, because you are identifying with a particular entity. But if you do not do that and you perform your action just as a swadharma, and you surrender to whatever comes your way, then that action is not going to bind you. The problem with us is that whenever we are performing an action, we want the universe to behave in a certain manner with respect to that action. We identify with a particular entity. It could be just ourselves, it could be our family, it could be our religion, it could be our nation, and with respect to that we perform an action and we expect the universe to give us a fruit based on our own desires. That is not the right way of looking at this universe actually, because we are putting our will on this universe instead of surrendering to the will of the universe itself. When we surrender to the will of this universe and act in a manner which is been which is the swadharma of us, which is basically means which is something that has been divinely given to us, then we are performing in the right way, and we are not really expecting anything from the universe. We are just giving in to the will of the universe. Then what happens is that we become the will of the universe itself. Basically, we become the source through which the universe is imposing its will on this universe. So as an example, if let's say that you are a person who is Indian, and because you are born as an Indian, so it is your duty to work for the benefit of your nation, and that is fine because that's your swadharma. You are born as an Indian, and so you have to act for the benefit of your country. But if you start attaching to your country and you start to perform your actions in a manner where if something wrong happens to your nation, then you start blaming the universe and saying that this universe is bad, it is something which is against my country, and you try to impose your will, in the sense that you try to impose the will of your nation on this universe, then that is going to bind you to your country, and that's why you're going to be bound to this nature. While on the other hand, you still work for your nation itself. You still work for your nation, but you are not really binding to the outcomes of your work, in the sense that if something goes wrong with your country, then you are not attaching to your country. You are having a neutral look, and you're trying to understand what was it that you did wrong, because of which the universe gave you this result. You're submitting to the will of the universe, and you're still trying to understand what is it that was done wrong so that your nation failed. then that is the right form of action, which is not going to bind you to this universe, because you are not attaching in a manner where you are clinging to your nation very strongly. You're not really doing that. So when you're acting like this, where you do not have jealousy, you do not have conflict, you are just performing your swadharm in that sense, then that is something which is going to lead you in the direction where you are not really bound. The problem with us is that we always want our will to be imposed on this universe and not given to the will of the universe on us. We think that okay, we are right and we are performing this action, and this is what it is. We are not neutral in the sense that maybe we are wrong, maybe this is not the right way to do it, and that the universe is punishing us for a wrong action. It's basically like the Muslims saying, that Allah is with us because we are Muslims. That's what they say these days, right? That we are Muslims, so Allah is with us, and so whatever we are doing is good. That is wrong attitude. The right attitude is that okay, we are doing something, and if something went wrong with us, then Allah is punishing us for the wrong thing, and there is something wrong that we are doing. This universe is punishing us for the wrong action. So if you look at it from that point of view, that is when your actions will become free, basically. And the problem with us is that we attach so strongly with these entities that we are just not able to look beyond them and see beyond them and understand the others point of view. So that is what the issue happens over here, and because of which a lot of confusion gets created, and we act in a very wrong manner, and we create all this conflict and we create all this jealousy because we identify with particular entity, and we'll start working from that point of view, and we think that that point of view is the right point of view and the other point of view is the wrong point of view, and if our point of view is not getting imposed on this universe, then something bad is happening, and we do not give in to the will of the universe. Instead, we want our will to be imposed on this universe. So that's why you have to act in a manner where you're surrendering to the will of this universe, and still you are performing your swadharma. You are surrendering to the outcome that came against your nation, but you are still taking the side of your nation and trying to move it forward. There is a lot of confusion with regards to this in the Indian society right now, especially, wherein what happens is that people think that, oh, if I have to submit to the will of this universe, that means that I just do not have to act at all. That is not the case. It's quite the contrary, actually. You have to perform your work very diligently, but you have to perform it in a manner where you keep your identity not attached with a particular entity. You are still performing the work for that entity, but you are still not completely clinging to it. You are still keeping a neutral outlook, and you are submitting to the will of this universe, and based on the outcomes that you get, then you correct your action and you perform your swadharma. So that is the right way to perform your action, and this is something that people do not really get. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With this, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.